All right. Welcome to Mash on This, Mashable's daily culture and entertainment show that gives you tomorrow's biggest news stories today. I'm your host, Lou Parker, who is 60% cacao, 40% wood splinters. I'm also known as Dory Greenberg. On Mash on This, we give you a quick rundown of what we think is the best the internet has to offer. So be sure to tell us what you think in the comments, and we'll get to them at the end of the show. Now, if you don't mind, let's get into it. Guys, it looks like little baby President Trump is having a very bad week this week. So like any angry toddler wearing a suit, he took to Twitter to throw a virtual tantrum, and it was downright adorable. Since he was so PO'd about how people were reporting on the Comey firing and the conflicting stories that both he and his White House press team were putting out, President Trump decided that it made logical sense to threaten both the press as a whole and James Comey personally. Starting at 4:51 in the morning, Trump began with this old song and dance. Nothing really new to see here. And then, fake media's working overtime. Are they also up at 5 in the morning, sir? I don't know. And then, yeah, he's very active, as evident by his physique. Everyone makes mistakes, except that you should all be unified when you talk about this stuff. Just a hot tip. But here it is. Oh, maybe you should just get rid of all future press briefings. And oh boy. And of course this one. Oh, why I oughta. These attacks from President Trump shouldn't be surprising at all, since he's been doing it for the past 4 months. But this is the first time he's threatened to do away with briefings altogether. Weirdly enough, though, Twitter's COO and CFO, Anthony Noto, thought it would be a good idea to lean into Trump's threat and tweeted this early this morning about just taking those briefings to Twitter. Ugh. Thankfully, some Silicon Valley vets and other concerned citizens replied to Noto by basically saying, "This is a stupid idea." Hey, Jack Dorsey, talking to you, buddy. Come get your mans, please, before he says some other dumb stuff and sends your stock plummeting again. Just a hot tip. When you're in a relationship, it's always the little things that your partner does for you that really make your day. And there's a new trend on the horizon that celebrates just that. A 17-year-old named Alexis Semmel was feeling sad-faced when she ordered a new locket from JCPenney and wanted to put a picture of her girlfriend Liz Todd in it, but also didn't want to just have some weird disembodied face come up from a picture in there, so she decided to draw a picture of her instead. Clearly, this tugged at many people's heartstrings, and this tweet of her genius decision went viral. After seeing the tweet, other lovebirds chimed in with their own partners' masterpieces. Some weren't even contained inside of a locket, but it was the sentiment that was there, and that is all that matters. I really like that Lock Street one so much. That sweet move even melted the cold heart of this demon with 2 thumbs, so I want one. I want it really bad. I'm just gonna wait right here until I get my own drawing for my boyfriend. Should not be too long now. Any time now. What's that? Oh, okay, we can't wait forever, so we should just move along? Okay, then we will do that. Since the release of the Netflix show 13 Reasons Why has earned very polarized reviews. Some people, mostly teens, loved it, while others, like myself, really did not enjoy it at all. As our entertainment reporter Proma Khosla wisely pointed out, a lot of people are bringing their own dark baggage along when processing the show, and it has driven a select few to action. This small movement is called 13 Reasons Why Not. And it started when a senior at Oxford High School in Michigan named Riley Junty, who's got on the school's loudspeaker to play her own quote-unquote tape about struggles at school, but ended by thanking someone who became one of her reasons why not. This sparked a number of other students who wanted their turn to play their own why not tape, which always ends by encouraging their peers to seek help and talk to people if they are feeling distressed. Right this very instant, Proma is scheduled to be talking with Riley Junty to get more of this story, so make sure you check out the article about 13 Reasons Why Not on Mashable.com with that interview. It's going to be great. When you imagine what a diehard Game of Thrones nerd looks like, what do you see? Oh no, I might have given a little bit away there. Do you see a 6 5'6" five-time NBA champion and two-time NBA Finals MVP? Me neither, but apparently we're all wrong because Kobe Bryant is a huge GOT nerd. Well, I guess some loyal Kobe fans knew after he told Sports Illustrated last year that he binge-watched the entire series months after playing his last NBA game. But now, everybody knows the truth because Kobe posted this photo of him and, quote, one of his muses, George R.R. Martin. Saying that dreams do come true for former NBA basketball stars, Kobe then said he hopes to learn from Harry Potter author J.K. Rowling next, because it turns out Kobe isn't just a Game of Thrones nerd, he's a nerd. But I ain't buying it until there's photo evidence of him doing sincere cosplay and or LARPing in a park somewhere. Waiting on you, Kobe. Just because it's Mother's Day on Sunday doesn't mean that every mom is able to celebrate it with their family. It's especially hard for those moms who are behind bars. But some folks are trying to help out. A coalition of advocacy organizations in cities across the U.S. are raising funds to cover bail payments for as many mothers as possible, just in time for Mother's Day. According to the U.S. Department of Justice, there were about 109,000 women in American jails in 2014. And in 2005, nearly 80% of them were mothers of young children, and most were single parents. With incarcerated women being 8 times more likely to be black than white, several Black Lives Matter chapters are focusing their efforts on bailing out African American women. The idea to bail out mothers started with SONG, or Southerners on New Ground, an Atlanta-based LGBTQ and social justice advocacy organization. And now 16 cities from LA to Memphis to NYC and Baltimore are joining in on the action. To learn more, read Katie Dupierre's article on Mashable.com. Now, I'm going to take a quick hot second to tell you Harry Styles' new solo album, surprisingly good. Oh, but Dory, how could you say that? He's just a boy band pop music no-talent peddler, and what do you know anyway? Well, first of all, don't even come at me like you know me, very rude. And secondly, I understand that many people have this image of him as a playboy heartbreaker who gets by on good looks. But Harry and his production team really made something good for a solo debut. There's a lot of Britpop influence and chilling ballads and even a song or two that just straight up reminds me of Beck. I said it. I so wish I could play some for you right now, but Facebook is basically a minefield when it comes to copyright infringement, so we can't. But Mashable's Trisha Gilbride has a really fantastic review of Harry Styles' self-titled new album, so make sure to read it while listening to the album on Spotify.